a new trailer for the League of Legends video game just came out. But it's more than that. It's not just a seasonal reveal for the League of Legends video game that it welcomes players to Noxus. It does something else in the background. And this is kind of a quote that I'm going to use from the co-founder of Riot. Now, a while back, a news article came out that Arcane wasn't profitable. Again, it was kind of not intentionally there to be profitable. It was there to bring people to the video game, to show League of Legends to the wide world, right? I'm not an animation guy or an anime guy, but I will watch animation if it's on Netflix. And it's exactly what I did, and it's exactly what brought me into Runeterra. But I'm still interested in playing League of Legends. I wish they had something there. Like, I wish they had the MMO ready to go. I wish there was a game I could jump into to explore the lore and settings of Runeterra without having to play some fucking arena game or some card game. This is not the sort of gamer I am. If you're new to my channel, I play Skyrim. I'm a story-driven guy when it comes to sort of things. I do not like little arena games. I like FPSs, you know, like they're good fun, but this isn't my stuff. Now, this trailer, like I said, it does two things. One hand feeds the other. It's two birds, one stone. It doesn't just reveal the new season for League of Legends. It also shows you what's to come for the new series, because it's animated by Forchi, who animated Arcane. Now, these guys have done these videos before for Riot. They did Get Jinxed, but that was long before they were, you know, an animation studio for a TV series. This is before they were Arcane. Now they've returned to show off League of Legends season in an Arcane style, continuing the story of what pretty much feels like an epilogue to Arcane. Like, they should have added this at the very end of Arcane, because it would have excited people, because Arcane was very bittersweet. I mean, the endings felt hard, because all the heroes got they didn't win, where the ultimate villain did win. And this would have been nice to put at the very end of it to kind of we saw Mel in her mother's ships going back to Noxus. We saw that, and we see this right here. She's now landed on Noxus territory, and funny enough, we've also seen this in another video, her mother's music video, Blood, Sweat and Tears. Let me show you real quick. Right here, they're standing in the exact same place, 20 or so years apart. Now, in the music video, Embass is quite younger, and she's about to die, but her daughter, Mel, who's inside of her belly right here, who's standing in the exact same place, saves her life using her magical ability. And basically, she conquers. She wins. So this is the exact same setting where her mother's music video is. And she's landed back in Noxus. Honestly, man, someone could literally take this footage and edit it and add it to the ending of Arcane when the ship pisses off with Jinx in it. And they could have this continue where Mel lands on Noxus and it has the Black Rose people in the background. This, to me, as a Netflix fan, I'm going to say Netflix fan, because you've got League of Legends fans that obviously played the game and they like this sort of stuff. But I'm going to call myself a Netflix fan because this is where I found it, right? I'm not a League of Legends player, and I never will be. Not my jam. So, this, for me, as a Netflix fan, really sort of helps me sort of where the story is going to go next. Now, my favourite characters were Vi and Caitlyn. And I did like Mel, but she's more of a background character. And I definitely want to see more of Mel, because it kind of, for me, being a Netflix fan, being in Piltover and Zaan, kind of holds those values to me from Mel, because that's where she's from. It's a bit of Arcane in the new story. And that's kind of what I want to see. I know Mel's going to be going through some seriously weird, different shit, but it's a bit of piece of Arcane that I get to take with me into the new stories, because I loved Arcane. That shit ripped my soul out. And I still haven't fully gotten it back. That show, destroyed me. And that was the point of Arcane on Netflix. It wasn't to earn money, obviously it was to bring people into the video game. It was to bring people into Runeterra, which would then, people would jump into the game. Some would stay, some would go, some would spend some money, and that money would go into selling, by having skins sold. People would say, oh, this thing's only made for people to go in to buy skins for Arcane. But yes, it is. But that money goes into making things like more Arcane. Right? It's the co-creator said this himself, that when he replied to someone saying that it wasn't financially successful. And again, you kind of want these things to do that, but I think Arcane was kind of an eye-opener for a lot of people like myself. I do not care for League of Legends. I will never fucking play it, alright? I will never play it. I'd rather drag my balls through a mile of broken glass than play League of Legends, right? It's not my style of game. It's really not. But I love Runeterra and I love Piltover and Zan and his characters. I mean, as a storyteller myself, this shit really just it absorbed me. Like, I mean, I could not take my fucking eyes off the screen watching Arcane. Normally, when I'm watching a show, anything, if it's a brand new episode or something I'm re-watching, I'll have my food, like I'll have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and then once I've done, I'll turn the show off and I'll come back later on when I'm hungry, right? I could not take my fucking eyes off Arcane. I couldn't. I physically, I would just sit there and watch it. There was no food, no nothing. I would just, my eyes and soul were glued to the screen. I couldn't look away. So this trailer is kind of a nod for me as a Netflix fan, as a teaser of what is to come. It shows Mel, right? And it shows quite a few brand new characters. Now, like I said, Mel's a piece of Arcane, and that's why I really want to follow her story, you know? And this is kind of like a little, this really should be in the epilogue of Arcane. This is what they should have put in there at the end of Arcane to really tease us, to give us a little bit of hope that there's more coming. Hopefully it's not 3 years. Now, they show off a young version of Darius, and this is a pretty cool fight scene, but I think Mel goes up to this archway, and these archways are basically erected from the Noxians when they conquered territory. They put this archway there, telling everybody this is their land. This is now their territory. And I'm pretty sure this archway is special because it's the archway that her mother would have built once she won this victory. And she's having visions of these characters. This is her mother's archway, right? And I think this entire episode is kind of visions. Now, this is Katarina. And I really like her because she looks like Vi. I don't give a fuck, man. Violet hair. You know, every single Vi fan would have busted a load all over their phone as soon as they saw this chick. Because, I don't know, man. I instantly see her as Violet from Arcane. Violet was my favourite character. And even seeing a piece of something that resembles her is friggin' awesome. So this is probably no doubt going to be my favourite character when it comes to the Noxus series, is this chick. Because the violet hair and the badass, you know, attitude and the boss sort of energy she's got, this is kind of going to be my chick for the Noxian series, or, you know, the Noxious episodes. Not really a fan of that chick though. I'm not a big spider dude. Like, I don't mind him, but yeah, that's just not a fan. But anyway, this is obviously, I just want to state this as an absolute fact, that this is obviously for the League of Legends video game showcase and their seasons. But at the same time, in the background, this is to show you what's to come in the future series. It is literally animated by the people that animated the TV series. It's a sort of, it does two jobs at once. It does what it is at face value by showing you a season for the game, but it also shows people of the fans of the TV series of what is to come. It's literally in the animation style, in the art style of Arcane. So this is kind of, I guess this is League of Legends teaser trailer into the next series, as it is for a season reveal for the video game. It does two jobs at once, and I fucking love this, dude. I love this. I just really hope that it doesn't take another 2 more years for them to get this series out. I understand that coronavirus was rough and it stopped things for many months before they eventually had to move all their animated equipment and all their equipment for their studios to actually be able to do this, because honestly, coronavirus came out and it fucked with things big time. It completely put everything on halt for months. And then eventually, after those months had died down, they had to move all their equipment for their artists, their animators, and even their goddamn voice actors to actually work from home, which slowed things down dramatically. It literally took them 6 months to animate the first episode of Arcane. Obviously, that was building from the ground up, so things will take a long time when you're starting something. Always does, always will. And coronavirus came in and really fucked with shit. Really kind of messed with the production line of Season 2. So I really hope that, you know, next year we'll get whatever this is. Or I'd love to think at the end of the year we'll get this, but I doubt that, you know. This is some top-notch animation, and Arcane is far beyond any sort of standard we've ever seen. I'm going to say that. I'm not an anime guy, but this is the best show that I've ever watched. And when it comes to the animation, dude, these guys are fucking nuts. This is like top-notch quality. Like, I've never seen an animation studio even reach the quality of this. These guys have gone to a whole new level of quality. And so I don't think it's going to be this year at all. Maybe the end of next year, hopefully, because they've been working on it for a year and they've got their shit down pat. They know what works. They know how it builds, and they've now got more animation studios. Now, this is also, right here, is an important part. Let me just have it sound on real quick, because this is a reference to actual Arcane story.
To lead us closer to chaos. Perhaps we should focus on the opportunity that's washed up on our shores.
Unforeseen turns are simply part of any path.
Yes, but that, darling, is a step too far. Even for us.
Piltover was a lesson, Vladimir.
Right there. So she's talking about, they're talking about Mel washing up on their shores, but they're also talking about the shit that happened in Arcane's storyline. This is a nod to Arcane, to that story. This is a continuation. This is after Arcane. This is sort of the epilogue that I'd imagine. That this scene, like when we see the next series, this could be the very first thing we see when the series starts up. This teaser bit from the trailer. And then we see Mel after this. So they might literally reverse. They might reverse these scenes where this starts off with the Black Rose, Vladimir, who's a blood mage, and then it shows Mel sort of landing on the shores. This bit right here is kind of the teaser to the next series of the animated studio from League of Legends. This is the teaser after Arcane. And who knows how long this is going to take. It doesn't reveal a trailer or anything, because again, it's there to be a season reveal trailer for League of Legends. It's not there to be a, quotation marks, animated series reveal trailer or anything like that. So who knows? But hopefully, I really hope they announce something soon. Like, you know, when they believe it's like, I don't know. Animation is a bit different, but hopefully it doesn't take 3 years. And even though they've been working on this new series for a year, it doesn't take another 2 years, because honestly, there's nothing really to go on for a lot of us Netflix fans to really keep us saturated in League of Legends, in Runeterra, unless it's fucking that. And honestly, not my shit. I would never waste my time doing it, unfortunately. If they had an MMO I could sink some money into, I'd love that. Honestly, man, they need to hurry the fuck up that MMO, because people would sink money into that, buying skins and playing the stories and all sorts of shit, and this would really be a massive financial boost for them. Of course, it's going to cost them fucking shit tons of money, but if they had something more in the background that wasn't just League of Legends, people would really get involved in MMO. I would. I haven't played an MMO since like Star Wars: Old Republic or Elder Scrolls Online. So I really wish they had more. I wish they would have revealed Arcane. I wish they would have revealed it many years later, when they actually had something that people that really got invested into this, that weren't League of Legends players, could sink into. Because again, it's on Netflix, and this is how it finds a lot of us Netflix fans. I mean, I've obviously heard about League of Legends in the past, but I've never given a shit until I found it on Netflix, until it ripped my fucking soul out. So, you know, I wish there was something I could sink my teeth into, something that I could really play in the background to kind of immerse me more into the stories, apart from just YouTube videos and lore videos from Nurkrut. I don't know if I got his name properly right. He flew to LA, the motherfucker, and actually sat down with the co-creator and had an interview with him and all that sort of stuff. That was mad. But anyway, yeah, this is just kind of, it does two things. It reveals the season for League of Legends, but it also hints at the future teaser at what we're going to experience with the next animated series from Arcane. Anyway, let me know what you guys think what do you guys think of this trailer? Because there's a lot of people complaining, saying, "Oh, this is only for the game." You're an idiot if you think that. I'm sorry. I think you're an idiot. You're not looking at it. You're only looking at it face value. You're not looking at its true meaning. There is always another angle to these sort of videos, especially if they're animated by the people that animate the show. It can do two things. You know, it can kill two birds with one stone. Anyway, before I repeat myself, I'm going to fuck off out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you have a different opinion. Anyway, catch you later. Have a good one. Look after yourselves.